Welcome back, everyone, to Whispered Worries. You think I should stick with that, Ian? What? It's good.
Okay, I'm thinking of different ways that I could mess it up.
What do you mean mess it up?
Personally. We could do the invincible thing.
Oh, okay. Like, all right, the invincible thing. So, when would that come up? Whenever I would say something like that, and then it'd just be like, logo. Boop. There's the title. There's our channel title. There it is, right
Welcome
there.
To. You have to have a blaring like horn in the background too. Yeah.
So you're thinking about that for
a bugle.
You're thinking about that for your editing side of things. Okay, there he goes. There he goes off into the darkness. Okay, well, welcome back, everybody. Sorry, that last episode was getting quite long, and we both have children, and, well, Ian has a job right now. I am currently on parental leave, which is good for me.
Lucky bastard.
Yes, I am. Super lucky. But thank you for tuning in, everybody who did so in the previous episode. We're looking forward to digging more into the story of the Slenderman. For those of you who kind of missed out, please go watch that previous video because it only gets crazier. It only gets deeper, baby. It only gets creepier. I was wanting to build up to something a little more climactic.
It's something we can work on.
Yeah, it is. To summarize what we went through the previous episode, we talked a lot about our own personal experiences with the character of Slenderman and some of the things that we encountered as we grew up, being that we were young in middle school and were kind of part of the group of people who were most impacted by this figure. To move even deeper, we continued and dug into the title is The Slenderman, Tracing the Birth and Evolution of a Modern Monster by Ian Cat Vincent. We've been reading through this article that's kind of summarizing how Slenderman went from 2 simple photoshopped images submitted into a competition to the sensation that he eventually became. From here, we read a few different missions to the website that was kind of drawing everybody into the character. And on this website, it got kind of spooky, got kind of weird. You know, people were really digging into this figure and in whatever perverse, twisted, mysterious ways were developing it into something more. And part of that development included this next section that we're going to go through today, the Marble Hornet YouTube channel, which took Slenderman from still images into moving animated video realization.
Hello?
Where did you go?
Dude, you were just frozen for me.
Was I really?
Yeah.
Like audio and everything?
Yeah, it was just like you were sitting there, you're like,
Whoa.
I was just sitting there like, what?
I think I was moving in the video.
Jacket?
You just couldn't hear anything. Okay.
Yeah, no, I couldn't hear anything. It was like at the very beginning of, you just ended up freezing.
Oh, well, here, let me take a pause.
I am back from the ether. So...
Welcome back.
Yes, back. There was some good constructive building towards Slenderman. We'll just gloss over the surprise sex part. That's the best way to go about this part, just gloss over. I really do enjoy the fact that in this dude's headcanon of this writer that is purely of his imagination. He's getting interviewed by somebody.
Is it Boo Doug? 187?
Yeah, the Boo Doug thing. So like, in his little like additive amount where he's like this anime writer and animator is having a conversation with a journalist or an interviewer. The interviewer directly describes some of the scenes as non-consensual, for lack of better words. And he immediately pivots and be like, no. He doesn't even address the fact that it was non-consensual. He was like, yeah, so the sex and the surprise sex. Yeah,
that was weird. I mean, the sexual nature of all this is it's striking.
Yeah. I don't know if it's from the writers specifically, just all their minds. Maybe they all had not great uncles.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. It's just weird how they all just keep adding on to like the perverse and forceful nature
of the Slenderman.
Of the Slenderman. Whether that's through direct Slenderman actions or through their little headcanon that they have created for the character.
Dude, did you actually add a flicker to yourself, or is that just coming from my screen? You actually added a flicker, didn't you? Where are you going?
No, it's actually weird how it works out. I haven't added a flicker.
Mm-hmm.
It's just your screen.
This?
Yeah, that.
Because it's syncing. It's kind of syncing up with it, which is why I asked.
And some of the colors, like whenever like you turn your face more that way, my screen brightens up. Yeah, see.
It's my
when your
screen
white
skin,
color
dude.
corrects. It's when your skin color corrects.
Yes. Yes. Ready? Not very white. Really white. The perverse nature that Slenderman kind of developed into through the internet's interpretation and expounding upon the entity was weird. And I think that happens with a lot of these creepypasta figures, these sort of edgy, dark figures. They always have this almost sexual tinge to them. Whether it be like, oh, I'm a hot, edgy boy with long hair, sort of like Jeff the Killer foreshadowing for you guys. You know, I remember hearing how, like, girls in our school would pretty much, they were fans of Jeff the Killer. Like, oh, he's so hot. You know, what is that, man? It's weird. This is a murderer. It's a monster. And there's this nature to them that's attractive. And I don't like that particularly.
I like my men with their eyeballs, with their eyelids cut open and removed, and a permanent smile engraved.
Yeah, that's how I like mine too.
Super sexy.
Yeah, super hot.
Sexy.
Super hot. Jeff the Killer can kiss me with his non-existent lips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of monsters, I'm gonna crack my Monster Energy. Not sponsored, by the way. But maybe.
I've already cracked my Ghost.
Oh!
How much have I?
Dude, that hurt my ear.
Okay.
That was how crisp that was, dude. Alright. To pick up where we left off, Marble Hornets, the entity of Slenderman, finally visualized in found footage tapes. Creepy stuff, man. Marble Hornets, an alternate reality. The first mention of Marble Hornets comes on June 18th, 2009. User C. Gars posted to the essay thread regarding a student film he had collaborated on with a film school friend named Alex 2 years previously. It was called Marble Hornets, and I think it was about a 20-something returning to his childhood home and recalling the events that happened there. It was a pretty pretentious film student fare, but I helped out for a few days before my summer classes started, and a few rare occasions after that. Everyone on the set seemed pretty excited to be making it, especially Alex. The set itself was about half a mile away from Alex's home. See, I can't get over my third grade reading level. I really can't. And I just make up words. It says house. I said home.
Interpretation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my brain going too fast. It's going faster than my eyeballs. So, okay.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating thing. I'm gonna start from the set. The set itself was about a half a mile away from Alex's house, roughly a 30-minute drive away from where I lived at the time. It was a pretty heavily wooded area, I guess to give it a sparsely populated small town feel. Most of the movie took place outside. After about 2 months of off and on shooting, Alex dropped his pet project completely. It was really sudden when he let me know about it. When I asked him why, he told me it was because of the unworkable conditions, quote, of where he had picked to shoot, which struck me as very odd since he had been living around that area since he was 8 and never seemed to have a problem with it. What's even stranger is that he acted incredibly distant when telling me this news. Soon after, he started avoiding me, and from what I hear, everyone else. All he did was sit around his house. User C. Gars, aka Jay, contacted Alex to see how he was. Something about him was worse than I had originally thought. He had lost a good bit of weight and looked pretty sickly. I pretended like I didn't notice, and we just hung out for a while. Right before I left, I asked him about Marble Hornets and what he was planning on doing with all of his tapes of raw footage. With almost no hesitation, he simply said, "Burn them." Burn them. Dude, what is on your tapes, man? What are you shooting, man? Seems a little sketchy.
You might want to check that clip. I don't know if you recognize what I said.
No, I didn't.
No, I said child. I said child. You might want to remove.
I'm gonna chop. I might chop that one. Yeah, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want that to slip past you.
Yeah.
Without you recognizing it.
Thank you for giving me a heads up.
Be
This
very
this
cautious around this time marker.
from where you made your insert to right now, gone. This caught me off guard when I asked why he didn't just archive them for B-roll and future projects. He just said he never wanted to work with the footage again. He was completely serious about this. I couldn't understand why he'd just want to get rid of it completely. Surely it wasn't all that useless, so I asked him if I could take a look at them. He agreed, but only under the circumstance that I never bring them back to him, and never discuss what was on them with him. He also highly discouraged me from showing any of it to anyone else. I laughed at this, and said that he must have accidentally made the ring or something with the way he was talking. He didn't acknowledge this, and brought me up to his attic, where he was storing the pile of tapes. There were tons of them. Yo, you're good. Hold on, man. Like, if your friend's acting creepy, he's got a lot of lost weight, and he's like, "Come to my attic. I have them up there." Like, bro, like, I'm not going to your attic, dude. Go and get them. Bring them down here. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
It's either the attic, the basement, the wine cellar, or the crawl space.
Yeah, or like they're in my closet. Just open the door. Like, no.
Yeah, no one ever just has them in a convenient spot.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah. They're in
the
garage.
cellar. Like, dude, the cellar?
What?
What?
Yeah,
No.
the cellar is outdoors. You have to go outdoors to go indoors.
Yeah, it's one of those, like,
outdoors.
tornado shelters.
Yeah.
That's insane. All right. A lot of trust for his friend here. That's good. Alex gave Jay the bag of tapes and unceremoniously threw him out of the house, saying, "I'm not kidding. Don't ever bring this up around me again." Jay filed the tapes and was only drawn to take another look at them when the Slenderman thread at SA nudged his memory. I've decided to begin going through the tapes later tonight. If I don't... From the top, here we go. I decided to begin going through the tapes later... I got this. All right. All right. I've decided to begin going through the tapes later tonight. If I don't do it now, I probably never will. I'm hoping all I find is an unfinished student film and nothing else. Yeah, because your friend was really acting like you wouldn't find anything else on those tapes. Yep. Your emaciated buddy was like, I don't want to ever talk about this again. Get the hell out of my house. Like, dude, of course you're going to find something else. Dude,
His mom and dad's sex tape.
Now I'm suspicious of you, Ian. Maybe you would be with the ones making Slenderman sexual. You know what? Maybe you're Boo Doug 187, dude.
Yeah,
Are you Boo
I'm
Doug?
Boo Doug. Let's see. What time period was that in my life? I gotta reverse. I gotta put my mind in reverse. Just beep, beep, beep. So I was
You got this, man.
9, 8. 4th grade.
4th grade. I think you could have done it. You were an exceptionally smart 4th grader.
Well, I had the best teacher, Mr. Dale.
Oh, dude, Mr. Dale.
Yeah.
Mr. Dale. Yes. Man, that dude had to have been in the military at some point in his life.
100%.
There was no, like, the way he carried himself, the stern look of disappointment that he would give you every time you entered his classroom. Yeah.
Every time you entered his class.
Dude, it was like I didn't walk in at attention, bro.
He was so easy. I was like,
You think you can just walk into my classroom like a bag of ass? You really think so? Not in Mr. Dale's classroom. No way. He was actually really nice.
He was.
He was low key nice, but everyone was terrified of him, which is probably the best place to be in when you're a teacher.
Yeah.
Is like, you know that you can go to that teacher for whatever, but at the same time you do not want to act out in his classroom because he will cook you. You're done for. As soon as you freak out, you're gone.
We need more teachers like Mr. Dale.
Yes, we do, especially nowadays. Ooh. Hot take.
Hot tamale.
Hot tamale. All right.
Let's move forward.
Back to the reading. We're doing good. We've got good momentum this recording for sure. So
let's forge forward.
Yeah.
Super hot.
All right. Yeah. You ready? That would sure. Oh my god. I'm just waiting for you to try to say a word, dude. Okay. That would sure put me at ease now that I'm thinking about it again. If there's interest, I'll post anything that I find on here. The first clip was posted to YouTube on June 20th, 2009, and linked to on the SA thread. Further postings followed, continuing to this day. Which I think is true, actually, when I went to the Marble Hornets channel just to kind of see if it was even a thing anymore. I think they're still posting videos, which is crazy. Considering this article, I believe, was written in like 2016 or something like that. I'm not sure when this article was written.
Just typing in marble gives Marble Hornets is the third highest on the list.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
715,000 subscribers.
So to this day, so it's still relevant.
7 days ago.
Wow. I bet it's weekly. Probably.
No.
No?
It recently actually got reactivated.
Oh.
So, the most recent burst started a month ago with Rosewood Part 1.
So...
The last time before their most recent project was 11 years ago.
Wow.
And they're just called entries.
Dude, we got the sequel?
I don't know if it's a sequel. But like all the most recent 5 videos that they posted, which are Rosewood, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5. Well, it started a month ago. But all the other videos before that are literally just called entry.
Yes, and I believe all the entry videos have to do with Slenderman. And you said that line of videos ended 11 years ago?
Yes.
Right on. Well, it's cool that channel's revived now. We might have to cover their more recent content.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because, yeah, they used to, like, bank on views, dude. Like, 15 years ago, 16. Dude, this is making me feel old. 16 years ago. That's when their channel Inception started. Yeah, they were making some pretty good money back in the early days of YouTube.
That's very cool.
Millions of views.
Wow.
So.
Good for them. Good for them.
Marble Hornets is, if nothing else, an exemplary example of the found footage horror genre. The breakthrough film of this type, The Blair Witch Project, sums up the basic idea nicely. Footage from a lost or vanished film crew is reconstructed and edited as to tell the story of their disappearance.
So about this time, Cloverfield, I think, came out too. What's the one where the dude has a dog and they're zombies?
Hold on. Dude has the dog and there's
Vampires. Vampire zombies?
Yeah. That's not... It's not as found footage. I Am Legend. That's the movie.
I Am Legend, yeah.
Yeah, it's not as super found footage. I think there's some good, like, shaky cam and stuff in there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
it definitely takes some found footage angles and inspiration. But yeah.
Chronicle?
Chronicle? I never saw that. Is that more found
It's found
footage-y?
footage. It's found footage, yeah. That one's more like yeah. It's interesting. I actually enjoyed Chronicle.
It's with the
Quite a bit.
superhero kids, right?
Yeah, they like stumble across like a meteor, a rock, and that makes them have nosebleeds, and that gives them telekinetic powers.
Nice.
And they can figure out how to just do things and cause more nosebleeds.
I love Cloverfield. That movie is so good.
Cloverfield,
Yeah.
that is a pretty freaky movie.
And then, have you seen any of the VHSs? Those are fun too. Those are really good. They're anthologies, and they're just horror found footage films. They're quite solid. I do like them a lot. There's this one with Ratma. It's like this rat god in the sewer. There's a cult following. I think it's a. I'm definitely getting these mixed up, but there's a lady who ends up like getting trapped, and at the very end of the movie, there's this just insane prosthetic practical effects rat that comes out of the sewer, and it's like, it is God. It's like it was insane. It's just being worshipped. It's like this black ooze is I'm losing the words.
Permeating.
No, there's the word there.
Projecting.
Sure, projecting out of its
Penetrating.
mouth, and there's a better word for it with a P. I don't know. That's all right.
Yeah. So I will continue.
The lifelike cinema verite elements, combined with the ability to make such films very cheaply indeed, have contributed to their popularity, even resulting in relatively high-budgeted Hollywood essays into the field, such as Paranormal Activity, The Last Exorcist, and Apollo 18. Even for such a fruitful genre, Marble Hornets is an exceptional piece of work made for an initial budget of around $300 by student filmmakers Troy Wagner and Joseph DeLage. Each episode slowly builds dramatic tension to a series of genuinely shocking events. Certain scenes, frankly, scared the shit out of me, and I'm a lifelong horror fan who's done more than my fair share of intensely spooky field paranormal work. Marble Hornets, hereafter referred to as MH, brings a series of disturbing new aspects to the mythos, which have been carried over into later works. Principal among these are Slenderman is shown to have a powerful physical effect on those who he has chosen, or perhaps who have chosen to pursue him. Victims are prone to violent coughing fits, often accompanied with blood. They black out, losing periods of time from a few hours to 3 months. During these periods of lost time, they often perform activities very different from their conscious behavior, including murder.
Just kind of like...
That's weird.
I feel like I touched a little bit on this in the previous part. I feel like, the psychological effect, I don't know.
Some victims take on sinister new personalities during these episodes, donning masks, scrawling bizarre messages. A key image in these scribblings is the so-called operator symbol, a circle with a cross through it written and text as parentheses X parentheses. This clearly relates to Slenderman in some way. The filmmakers have referred to their version of Slenderman as the operator several times. But whether the operator symbol is used to represent, summon, or protect one from Slenderman is unknown. The presence of Slenderman is shown to have an effect on audio-visual recording equipment. Strange noises creep into the soundtrack when Slenderman, or those he is influencing, move into shot. The image itself distorts, flares, sometimes breaks down into static or apparently random geometric figures.
That's something that persists throughout the games pretty heavily.
It's kind of wild how much the games took inspirations from the Marble Hornets channel, because that symbol is everywhere in the game, everywhere.
Yeah.
Literally, anytime you're anywhere where Slenderman has been, something has happened involving Slenderman, that symbol is there. So, I'm assuming the developers of the games probably interpreted the symbol as being something that represents or summons Slenderman in some way, because there is no way in those games it's any sort of protective ward against Slenderman. No way.
Yeah, no, especially with all the pages you get that have the scribblings of it on it.
Yeah.
Slenderman seems to have an affinity with and possibly control of doorways and other passageways. He is seen to creep into the doorways of rooms previously shown to be empty, or to lure people through doors into places which by all rights should not be accessible through that door. In many ways, Slenderman is an avatar of liminality itself.
Liminal spaces. Ooh, kitty.
Kitty! Kitty, look everyone, my kitty joined. Say hello. Okay, you're not going to say hello. Oh.
Meow.
Okay, thanks. That was good. Good timing on that one. Okay, bye, kitty.
Yeah, so I find that kind of interesting because especially with the backrooms surging in popularity between, recent years dying off, the backrooms really kind of started dying off about a year and a half, 2 years ago in terms of overall popularity.
Well, do you know what hasn't been dying off? And actually, I think the Backrooms was sort of a precursor to this. But the idea of liminality, or liminal spaces in particular, hearkening back to some sort of nostalgic feeling or time, place that we vaguely remember, is prolific nowadays. And seems to be growing in relevance. In fact, there's even, I find myself listening to liminal music because it's so calming. And I don't know what that sort of, again, the only way that you can really describe it is it's some sort of spirit or underlying something. You can't really put your finger on it, and spirit seems to me to be the best form of like nostalgia and trying to grasp at these, because I mean liminal spaces are not necessarily attractive in any way. They're kind of creepy, but there's something about the colorization, the muted nature of it, this time before, I guess, the expanse of information via the internet. Like, you and I grew up kind of in that time, right before the internet really became the sensation that it is. Like, I remember my home computer being this giant thing in the corner that I had no idea how to even interact with. I was probably 9 or 10 by the time we had one. It wasn't a relevant part of our life. So we have all of this time right before information became so super accessible, and we're now overwhelmed with it, where we just kind of want to go back to something that was before,
Yes. Like carpet.
What?
Think about it. Carpet.
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 I have carpet.
I don't.
Oh.
Most places, a lot of people are just removing their carpet.
Oh, that's fair.
Do you remember when my parents had a carpeted porch?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Carpet was everywhere, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Especially like the fuzzy, like the fluffy carpet.
Mine's nice and fluffy, dude. It's soft.
Yeah. Feels great in your toes.
Right between the dogs,
I
dude.
bet you have to vacuum it so often.
Every day.
Yeah.
Literally every day.
Yeah. Carpet's higher maintenance and also obviously absorbs things like liquids.
Right, but it's nice. It's soft. It's comforting.
There was so much Dr. Pepper in my previous apartment's carpet because I kept spilling it.
Just unlimited amounts of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, you could bring out the carpet and just have like a full can of Dr. Pepper.
I was going to say liters. Just liters of Dr. Pepper.
I might be lowballing vastly here. It's entirely possible.
Liminality. It's interesting that Slenderman was a even further back precursor to what we're experiencing now, and how people obsessed over him and his character and his mystery. And, well, literally says an avatar of liminality. Weird, bro.
Yeah.
Weird.
The MH story builds on this continually. Jay, played by Wagner, the original uploader of the YouTube clips, soon finds himself haunted by Slenderman in the precise way that Alex, the director of the original footage, played by Delage, is shown to be within those clips. And then, some 9 episodes into MH's initial run, somebody else, using the name To The Ark, began posting clips in response / commentary to Jay's posts, some of which show footage of Jay himself, sometimes posting as To The Ark, came from Jay's own YouTube account. The To The Ark postings are, of course, also part of the story Wagner and Delage are telling. The clips attributed to The Ark not only counterpoint the initial Jay posts, but contain hidden clues to the nature of Slenderman concealed within them, using various forms of visual and auditory steganography, encoding messages within the content of another message.
I'm thank God he defined that.
Yeah, I'm lost.
Lost.
This aspect of the storytelling puts Marble Hornets firmly within another powerful internet-born motif, the alternate reality game, or ARG. ARGs have been around since 1996, although there are many precursors and influences to the concept in fiction, such as the deeply odd British 1990s TV show The One Game and the David Fincher film The Game. A FAQ on the subject defines them as an experience that encourages players
You.
Me?
to interact with fictional world using the real world to do it.
So we're back
It
to
goes on to explain ARG.
ARGs.
ARGs. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he touched on ARGs earlier in the I guess this is I'm guessing that Marble Hornets becomes the ARG for Slenderman, where people interact with it, people, quote unquote. It seems pretty orchestrated with the To The Ark postings, because that's still Wagner making those postings. So it seems guided, but it might become more of a community-based interaction. So I'll continue and get us more into ARGs and their explanations, or the explanation for it. Players of an ARG are asked to look for clues to further the game's storyline in a variety of media, websites, film clips, even co-opted advertising, and often take part in exchanges of email and other communication with those running the game. The ARG acts as a kind of filter through which the, quote, real world can be seen, usually exposing a complex conspiracy within the context of the game. The more you participate, the more you learn. Players usually communicate on a variety of message boards set up either by the game's creators or the players themselves. A very good, slightly fictionalized take on how ARGs work can be found in the Walter John Williams novel, This Is Not a Game. Often, ARGs are a secondary form of advertising for a media product. One of the first ARGs was used to publicize the Spielberg film AI, and one of the most popular, I Love Bees, was part of the ad campaign for the game Halo 2. Whoa, that's cool. Wow. So, I mean, ARG's legit, man. Good marketing. Sometimes, though, an ARG happens simply because a large and enthusiastic enough group of internet users decide to create one. The first mention of ARGs in relation to Slenderman can be found in the Something Awful thread on 15 June 2009, 0223. User Mosey Fate posted. And there's an image here for those of you who are listening. Example image of modification to incorporate Slenderman mythos, modified version by SA poster Guyver Mac on the left and the original. Okay, so it looks like some sort of medieval drawing, some sort of historical art of children dancing around a fire. Looks like food is being cooked. Some sort of figure that resembles death in the form of a skeleton is coming through a broken down wall. It doesn't look like there's much going on with the shack besides it's a home that is broken and there's what little food that they're cooking, and death is stealing away the child in the original image. And then the modified version looks to be a skeleton with many arms, sort of a figure of Slenderman, or an interpretation of Slenderman, stealing away the child. So in one picture you got death clearly stealing away the child, and then the next you have Slenderman stealing the child. So Slenderman is paralleling death, is a stand-in for death within this historical art piece, which is a really tragic piece of art here. It's very impactful because you can just see how the home is broken down. It's cool.
Yeah, they're not doing too bad.
No, they're not. They're not at all. I love this type of thing. Something just feels satisfying about causing mass hysteria. I think we could roll with this Slenderman thing. Maybe if we make enough images, and maybe if some talents can make fake videos, it could grow to ARG proportions minus the advertising. Most, if not all, of the subsequent Slenderman material can be seen as facets of a single massive ARG. The premier website for followers and participants of ARGs is unifiction.com, and unsurprisingly, there's a great amount of material about Slenderman and MH in particular there. And by a great amount, I mean the original MH thread alone was locked after 323 pages, and there are dozens of other MH-related threads. Although MH was the first, it was far from the only video-based work to feature Slenderman. There are now dozens of such series, most of them posted in installments to YouTube in the same manner as MH. They vary in quality, and degree of viewer involvement expected greatly. One of the strongest contenders for the most popular Slenderman video series, Everyman Hybrid, takes the commonly used elements of steganography much further. Viewers are encouraged to join in with the storyline in various email and Twitter-based competitions, including trying to find the locations of a series of geocache boxes containing further clues to the story's deeper background. They really went all in, didn't they? They weren't. I spared no expense, as Hammond might say. Jurassic Park. Is it John? John Hammond.
Sorry, there was a centipede crawling on the floor.
Creepy. Mini-armed creature.
Yes, mini dead creature.
Mini dead creature. He is dead.
Yes.
Well, good. He's
dead.
not Slenderman, because you can't kill that sucker.
No.
Look at us. You've killed a centipede. I've killed a couple gnats. Yeah, we're doing good things out here. Doing good things. All of these different but parallel stories feed into each other, with ideas from one moving to others almost as if by osmosis. This recently culminated in a series of crossover videos where characters from Marble Hornets, Everyman Hybrid, and other popular series, Dark Harvest 00, appeared in the same YouTube releases. All of the various series, however, occupy the same mythological space, whether or not each story is considered canon within another series. For example, Everyman Hybrid actually refers to Slenderman as an internet meme within the episodes. The videos begin as a supposed DIY Keep Fit show, where the creators had inserted a Slenderman background appearance as a joke, only for this to backfire drastically when their actions attract the unwanted attention of the real Slenderman. As I mentioned earlier, metatextual elements are an integral part of the Slenderman mythos. That mythos, as it has grown, has taken on more and more aspects which bring its fictional status across into a form of occult potentiality. Much of this revolves around a particular concept, the previously fictional manifesting across into a Quitolian reality. This concept is best put into a single word of Tibetan: tulpa. There's that word again. Tulpa.
Yep.
Tulpa. We ended on tulpa on the last part.
We did.
Tulpa.
Now Tulpa has resurged.
Ooh, we're getting into thought forms now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna take a pause. We're gonna check out the Marble Hornets YouTube channel real quick.
Yes.
So this is entry 1 of the Marble Hornets YouTube channel. So the first entry of Slenderman in video format. 16 years ago, dude. Crazy.
Yeah.
Alright, let's give it a watch.
It was released June 20th, 2009.
Here, I'll pause it. After viewing a couple of tapes and finding nothing unusual, I came across a clip that doesn't fit in with the others. From what I can tell, the following footage takes place inside Alex's house, not the set for Marble Hornets, because most of it's filmed outside.
Yeah.
The audio has been removed. Either the microphone was disabled at the time, or it was taken out afterwards. Oh, there he is. There he is. This was the only thing that was out of the ordinary on this particular tape. After seeing this clip, I'll keep an eye out for occurrences similar to this one in the future. Spooky. Dude, I bet that freaked people out.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
I bet that freaked people out. It's not scary necessarily anymore, because it's clearly just some dude dressed up in a Slenderman outfit. But
turns his head real quickly to the left.
Right, just there he is. It's in our intro too. Credit to Marble Hornets. It's a good piece.
Yeah. What's more freaky is Gooner by Meat Canyon appearing as a next up video.
Yes, Gooner by Meat Canyon. That's a terrifying video. That's not good at all.
Yeah.
All right, let's hop in. Let's watch a few more of these.
A few more, you say?
Yeah. Entry 2 of Marble Hornets. After a few more hours of tapes... Oh my gosh, I wasn't even playing it. I got it this time. After a few more hours of tapes, I found this clip of Alex talking while driving. For now, I will assume that this probably took place before the events of Entry 1.
I got home late tonight and I was taking Rocky for his walk about 20 minutes ago, so around midnight. This was near the set of Marble Hornets. A little bit farther down the road, we saw this really tall guy standing in the middle of the street, just completely still. For whatever reason, this really set off Rocky, and he got really scared. He wouldn't move, and he kept on pulling on his leash to go back home. There was something about this guy that was just, it was strange. So we headed back home. I have a little bit of time left on this tape, and I'm going to go see if he's still hanging around. In fact, I think this is the light that he was standing under. So we're going to have a look here.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, you can't really see it well on the camera, but I don't see anyone around here, so I guess he's moved on. But yeah, there's just something about that.
The tape ends there. Yo.
That's the, oh shit, get in the fucking truck.
Yeah, exactly. From what he describes, I think he has seen something similar to the figure that appears in Entry 1.
Yeah.
And that's the end of Entry 2. Yeah, that one was good. I liked how it just
that was a little
abruptly cut off.
Although the compression of it really, the compression and the camera quality kind of really make it
Sells it?
like Nokia flip phone quality.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's effective, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's hit Entry 3, because now I'm invested.
I'm not invested to watch all of it.
Right, yeah, not all of it, because there's
Yeah.
how many entries? All right, here we go. Entry 3, Marble Hornets. I'm starting to notice a vast majority of the tapes are completely unrelated to Marble Hornets. At some point, it seems Alex began filming himself exclusively. The following clips are taken from roughly 12 tapes. That scared me. I'm not gonna lie.
The paper.
I'm liking this knee shot. Oh.
Okay, that's white.
Yikes.
Trojans.
You better pay for that, Alex. Ian. Is that you?
No, that's not me. chin and the forehead.
Yeah.
Line with the nose. Hey.
I hear something outside. Good knuckles. From what I have been seeing so far, many of these tapes could contain nothing substantial. Although it does seem that Alex wanted to have a camera on himself at all times. The clip from entry 1 is still the best lead I have so far. So I wonder if like Alex is keeping these things on him because it's like almost a warning. He'll know if Slenderman is around if his camera starts bugging or something.
Yeah. It's entirely possible.
Something like that.
No, that's the only thing I can really think of for why somebody would continuously just record themselves.
It is really cool how they just really made this come to life at the time.
Yeah.
You know, just got it.
I like the thumbnail for entry 7.
Entry set. It's good. Yeah.
It's like the ghost meme or, from Call of Duty.
You wanna? We'll just do the first. What we'll do? We're almost on. We're on entry 4. We'll do entry 4 and 5, and then we'll go from there. And then if we want to like do a deep dive later on, we can figure something out like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's do entry 4. This is entry 4, Marble Hornets. I found another tape containing strange footage and no audio track.
Playground, okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna have Slendy Boo.
It's got to.
I think I've seen this one.
Oh, the
yeah,
swinging.
swings.
Oh! Oh, shoot!
Yeah.
And he's gone. This and entry 1 are the only clips I have found that do not have sound. I am starting to suspect that Alex removed the audio himself. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's an effect of Slendy. Old Slendy boy.
Yeah.
You're
Coincidence? I think not.
You're in utter darkness, bro.
Yeah, am I in utter darkness?
Yeah.
Here we go. Is that better?
I can see you. I can see you now. Alright, we'll go ahead and watch entry 5 and we'll call it there. We'll get back to the article because this is really interesting. If you guys want us to do more of a deep dive into the entries of Marble Hornets, let us know in the comments below. But as far as what we're doing on this episode, entry 5 is as far as we'll go. Alright, entry 5, Marble Hornets. Before Marble Hornets began production, I went location scouting with Alex. Okay. I filmed him talking about the locations he was interested in using. I came across one of the tapes containing this footage that has had its audio severely distorted.
Alright, it's recording. Okay. This is the gazebo where I want Brian to come back and reflect. Later in the movie, this will probably be about 3/4 of the way through. itself, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe putting it.
Yikes.
And we'll have him like reflect and decide to actually go back to Sarah, try to win her back. And we got a good number of shots here. We have the stream down there. And
Slendy's got to be in the area.
If you remember correctly, it affects people that are of Slendy's interest as well. So, Slenderman doesn't have to be in frame. It's whenever he's in frame.
Oh no, secluded, I guess.
That, since he's a Slender prone individual.
Alright. This is going to be near Sarah's hunting camp. Over there is where we'll do the bonfire scene.
Yeah.
I also want to have a shot of the next day where Sarah and Brian, I might also have Tim there at some point, are sitting around thinking about the past, just talking about days gone by. I really like this place since we have the tree line that basically blocks off our entire shooting area.
Oh, I'm watching the tree line. Don't you worry.
These really tall trees right in the middle, which personally I just think are really cool.
What's that tall red thing over there?
Yeah, that's like an old climbing wall, or I can't remember if it was a climbing wall or if the fire department. Although I wish that tall grass were all level, or we had more of it. It just kind of abruptly stops over there. But, I'm sure we can.
I'm waiting for her, bro. In addition to the audio distortion, there have also been numerous instances of visual tearing.
Oh yeah, like a little blurb.
Yeah, like where the bottom kind of splits off from the rest of the footage.
Yep.
I've noticed these occurring in previous entries as well. Oh, it's going back to entry 1
Yeah. So,
and in entry 3
oh my god, these freaking AI coding fucking.
and in entry 4.
Yeah.
It is possible that I missed other occurrences of this in tapes that I have already watched. And that's entry 5. So that's the first 5. If you really enjoy what they're doing, check them out. Marble Hornets seems to be a cool.
Resurgence.
Yeah, they're making new videos now. So if you get tired of the Slenderman stuff, it looks like they're doing a whole new thing. I'm not sure what the lore behind it is, but they seem to be effective filmmakers. So give them a like, a subscribe, and all that good stuff. Seem pretty fun.
I will say that tape entry number 5 sounded a lot like non-consensual, surprise sex for the ears. Ear surprise sex. Yeah.
I see. Especially for you, because you got your nice headphones on.
Yeah, it's just like.
I'm like, I wonder how Ian's doing with this right now.
Let me just turn up the gain by 10,000%.
All right, so continuing with the article, we have thought forms. This reminds me of what it was. There is a found footage channel on YouTube that deals with the idea of thought forms, going back to what we discussed concerning Jujutsu Kaisen, and the idea of manifesting these dark entities into reality. Thought forms, I have to remember exactly what it is, man, but it's a really good found footage horror, sort of ARG. I would say it's around ARG status at this point. But thought forms manifesting dark entities based off of your thoughts or feelings towards a certain thing. Yeah, that's cool. So I'm guessing Slenderman is going to be a thought form in and of itself.
Yes, I do concur. I got a rain on the parade. Yes, I am being coaxed to the bed.
Coaxed to the bed.
Yes.
Your lady needs you, bro.
Yes.
Okay.
He hasn't cried, but yeah, I'll have to cut it off tonight.
Well, I will just give a short outro then.
No, I to say we could just tack this on to the previous part, and we'll just split it. Like in the video, we'll do like part 1, part 2 in the video.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that for sure.
Yeah.
And this is me doing that now. This is Ethan from the editor's chair. Thank you all so much for watching part 2 of our Slenderman series. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good things that you do on YouTube. And tune in next week where we cover thought forms. This is the final part of the article, but not our series. So be on the lookout. The next 2 weeks, we'll be wrapping up the Slenderman series. Again, thank you so much for watching, tuning in, listening, and